G'day, Dougie Murphy from Doug Stack World here. Stuart Grice. How you going, Stuart?
Yeah, good, Dougie. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. I've got my radio announcer's voice on, so I'm ready to roll.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about our fishing report today here on the Gold Coast for the 9th, 10th and 11th of August, Stuart.
Yes.
Going very quick.
Yes.
And we are going to start with offshore fishing. So this weekend doesn't look the best, Stuart.
No.
No. So we got a solid 20 knots Saturday and maybe even 25 on Sunday of southerlies, and the fishing's very good. But we just can't get out there, Stuart.
That's right, yeah. So unfortunately, we had that good weather about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago type of thing, Dougie.
We're out there.
And then since then it's been horrid.
Yeah, so...
And,
But there is a change coming next Wednesday, Thursdays, 5 to 10 knots both days, but the swell is monstrous. So it comes in huge on Tuesday at about 4 metres, probably 5 on the sets. Wednesday is similar. Thursday it starts to drop off. Friday though, which is the opening of the snapper again and pearl perch, 16th, and they are biting their heads off out there, trust me on that one. It drops back, it's a 5 to 10 knot day as well, and the swell's about 1.5 to 1.8, so still be very careful. But with Wednesday and Thursday looking really good, no wind, the swell's quite big, so please be really, really careful on the seaway. Run out tide, maybe not chance it. But that's setting out, that's your call, guys. We're just trying to help you out. Check the Wave Boy.
Got to check the Wave Boy, Gold Coast Wave Rider Boy, and just before you go out, because most of the time, Dougie, it's pretty low light when we're heading out there nice and early.
That's right.
And it's just easier to know if you should go or to stay at home before you get to the boat ramp.
Yeah, and if otherwise in doubt, make sure it's daylight. Then watch the whales. Be careful of whales. A couple of obstacles on the way. But anyhow, guys, the fishing's been really good if you can get out there. So look, I'll start out in the deep. So a few yellowfin tuna out wide, Stuart, and a few marlin as well, by the way, blue marlin, out on the shelf. And then in the deep dropping scenario, look, we were out there a week and a half ago, and there's definitely flame snappers out there, there's definitely kingies out there, a few snapper as well, and barred cod. And then in closer on the 50 fathom line, look, there's no doubt the pearlies and snapper are going to be biting their heads off because we've been get to catch them while we're jigging for kingies. So. And they're good size too, so they'll be definitely on the chew once that reopens on the 16th. So you've got pearly snapper to target next Friday, maybe. I'm not sure how the weather looks Saturday, Sunday yet, not quite sure, I haven't checked that far ahead. I think it's better than this weekend, I know that. And through the kingies, well, we went jigging, mate.
Definitely, so I mean, we've spoken about it a little bit, we had a seminar on it last night, but kingy jigging this time of year, Dougie, September being probably one of the better months, best month of the year to do it. We've stocked up, we've got a lot of jigs, and the thing is, unfortunately, you need a lot of jigs because there's a lot of sharks and a lot of kingies that want to take your jig home and hang it on their Christmas tree come Christmas time or whatever they do with them down there. But look, you do lose a couple, but it's good to have a couple of different varieties of jigs, as Dougie just held up. Shorter ones, wider ones, different action on the retrieve, easier to work, harder to work.
We've got around about nearly, I think around 300 SKUs in jigs. So we've got a lot, or maybe 400 actually, got a lot of different jigs. More than anyone ever got. We also have all the gear to rig up, guys. So whether it be split rings or hooks, assist hooks, we've got hundreds of different assist hooks as well. All the pliers to do it. We can teach you how to do it. So a lot of guys don't know, they're a bit worried about putting all the terminal tackle on. But we can show you how to do it. It's very easy and very quick. But so kingies, Stu, 50 fathoms northeast, been a hot spot by far.
Definitely. While you're up there, have a look at that FAD 13, northeast 50s as well. Lots of dolphin fish around at the moment too. So,
water temp out there is still about 21 at the moment. Okay, so now we're going to go in closer. So this is for next Friday, not till then though, because the closure. So not tomorrow, but the Friday week, which is the 16th of August. Definitely snap on the 36s. I reckon northeast, you're going to belt them badly. There'll be heaps around, and I'll work my way away from sort of around 27, 39 or 38, which is north of the jumping pin bar on the 36 fathom reef, all the way down to Tweedhead. So I'll be everywhere. Okay, and there'll be pearlies on the back end side of it as well, and maybe a few kingies as well, and bycatch of parrotfish, a lot of tuskies around the moment. Then we'll come to the 24s now, Stu. So 24 fathoms. So, hey, look, amazing. The mackerel's still out there. There's still Spanish around. Our guys again got them last weekend. And guys lost them last weekend, so weren't ready for it. And they lose next to the boat, bite their lines off. Good size Spanish, 1.2 metre size. northern bluefin or
Longtails. Yep.
dime a dozen still. I don't know how big the school is. It goes from here down the Sunshine Coast to get them as well, and down south to get them. So it's all the way along the coast, which is incredible amount of tuna. And they're really nice eating size. They're around that sort of 6 to 20 kilos.
Yep.
And great sashimi, as we all know. Stewie, I was going to quickly tell you about this product because you guys need to know. It's a thing you put on sashimi. It's a little wrap. You wrap on it. All the chefs use it in Japan, and this is from Japan. And you wrap it up. It takes all the moisture out, and the meat the next day is perfectly to cut. No moisture at all. Perfect. Anyhow, that's something we do. But Stewie, getting back to the sashimi, to the longtail tuna. Fantastic eating. And also Kobe, I had a guy, Japanese guy, Asian guy, in here last night in our seminar. He's been getting some really good Kobe as well, around that sort of 30 kilos, I think. One was 30 kilo, 20 and 30 kilos. So while those whales are coming through, the Kobe coming through. So live bait, just live bait anywhere along the 24 fathom reef and in closer to 18s as well, Stuart. Plenty there as well. So get your live bait. We've got a heap of different live bait jigs, hundreds of those as well, different types. Other thing too, Stuart, would be snapper in close starting Friday again. So snapper in the 24s. Anything to add to that, mate?
24s are 18s. 18s probably holds a lot more fish this time of year. Like
bigger fish.
Bigger stuff,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so traditionally July, August is the big snapper in close. And every year goes by. And just float line fish, live bait, or you can troll down riggers, hard bodies as well. It'll work as well. Spanner crabs, they're still out there as well. There's a little bit of current out wide coming through next week as well, by the way. Later next week, around about 2 knots out wide. So still okay for deep dropping, but borderline get a little bit difficult. But that will come in a bit closer as well. So a little bit of current, but not too bad, as Stewie said. And Stewie, the swell's going to be too big to chase tail on the back of the surf, so forget that idea.
Yeah, just forget about that.
Yep. And anything else you want to add on the offshore?
Not offshore.
Okay, let's go inside now. Okay, inside. We both fished up jumping pin this week for flatties, had a bit of a look around for a couple of hours. And there's a few around, but no big ones. We haven't got any big ones, Stu.
No, we didn't.
No. Sub 60s is probably the word to say.
Yeah.
And but quite a few fish around, plenty of fish around. Soft plastics, what was your go-to, Stewie? What sort of stuff you using?
Look, I tried a few everything. Again, like we've had a lot of new stock turn up, so those little paddle stingers, that's a little Berkeley one. Segmented-ish type tail, really good because you can put your scent in there and it holds it a little bit better. I caught a few fish on them. They weren't too bad. They were pretty good, actually. Yep.
Yeah, Bite Science, like I wrote about these guys last year and I'm still writing about it because they've got good colours now in some of the ready re-rigged models. So these guys have already got the hooks in them and that white colour's an absolute no-brainer. I've been trying out the new bait junkie in the prawn and the shrimp.
Yeah, they're good.
It's been good. They've got two sizes. We've got a little size downstairs as well. This is the bigger size. These guys are working really well as well. I'm running a really light jig head around about sort of 1/6 or about 1/6, that sort of size there in them, and it's working really well. Casting up current, shallow water, sort of that 1/2 metre to about 2.5 metres, and just hopping it back to the boat with the current. That's really good. The S-tackle, again, I've got them back in again. The pilchard in the 4-inch, it's an absolute humdinger. 5 inches is really good as well. And Stu, probably a bit of trolling, like you got some trolling yesterday, I got some today trolling as well. So when it's really windy, folks, which it will be early next week and the weekend, you just put some lures out the kids and go trolling up the back blocks of the sort of any of the mangrove areas. We've got at least sort of 3 foot of water or deeper and troll little hard bodies, just like these fellows here. These S-tackle again, they're really, really good. These guys, shad profiles, is really good. Same deal.
So generally
they're shad
stuff
profiles
that's more a little bit longer and skinnier rather than shorter and fatter for the flatty trolling. But they're a couple little. Doug, you like them as well, mate?
Yeah, I love those. They're one of my go-tos, 100%. Both those ones are really, really good. So slow trolling, try and keep, if you've got a GPS on your boat or speedo on your boat, try and keep it 4 kilometres an hour or under, and always troll with the current, not against it, okay? So that'll work really well. Troll around the edges of weed beds, where the channel's clean, and troll the edge of that weed line. That's what you want to be doing. And then Stu, up the pins still, like there's tailor. I saw tailor today chopping around. Lots of birds diving around there yesterday as well, mate. Were you
Yep.
with?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So tailor, good. A few whiting around, a lot of brim around as well. And that's probably up the jumping pin area. So we'll head down now to this around the Broadwater. The squid have been fantastic again, mate. That was good.
Yeah, so lots of clean water at the moment.
Yep.
So even on that low tide early morning, it's still crystal clean. So you will get the squid straight up, but they definitely do bite better on that top of the tide.
Yeah, which is around that sort of midday this weekend.
Yep.
So I'll be trying around from the Gold Coast Bridge down, all the way down, and stick to the west side of the main channel, where it's sort of like 3 metres deep and it drops down to about 6.
Yep.
On that edge is really, really good. And start up on the flat and sort of 50 metres into the shallow stuff, in that 3 metre stuff, and then come back out to the deeper, heading east with the wind normally. Although it's blowing southeast this weekend, so you might have to start in the channel and go up it from reverse. But Stu, one thing I've noticed I've been doing, and we've had these in sets, but now we've run out, so we've got to make them up ourselves. But running like that type of squid jig there, which is very heavy, it's like I don't know, probably like a 6-ball sinker or 8-ball sinker. And then I come up about around 600 mil, 700 mil, and then I run a little tiny 3-way swivel and a little branch about that long with 10-pound fluorocarbon, and run a little jig like that. And I actually get squid on both these at the same time. And it works really, really well. Otherwise, bigger squid jigs when you're drifting in the set rod holders are sitting in the rod holder, like that type of thing, around a size 3 or 3.5, and then a smaller size like a 2.5 for casting. Okay, we say it every week, but guys, it's what works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like if you're new at it, first time out, you should get, if you could fish around that hour before the high tide or 2 hours before, leading up to it, or an hour after, you'd probably get, I don't know, around about 8 or 10 squid if you're new at it. And just watch where the other boats are and just leapfrog each other. Stu, let's go to probably flatties up around crab. How's that looking, mate?
Yeah, so on that low tide of early morning, just work those edges.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of water where they can't be, obviously, because the banks are dry.
Yep.
And they fall off and just work. You can either troll those edges. Little vibes work really well because there's a lot of small bait at the moment. So small little fellas like those ones there, little white bait colour on the top. That chartreuse ginger on the ginger squid on the bottom actually works really good as well. Bit of an unnatural colour, but the water's always going to be a little bit discoloured on that bottom of the tide. First to run in, and it's nice and bright, stands out. Yeah,
so similar scenario up on the flats. So the limes and that sort of ginger sort of colour, or that sort of thing, in articulated type lures is really good on the flats. So anywhere in front of Aqua Building, behind Wave Break, north side of Wave Break, but definitely from Wave Break down to probably Lotus Creek, all those banks there.
Yeah.
Really good.
You know the best thing about that, Dougie?
Yeah.
Both of them aren't chartreuse, but you just...
Oh, no, sorry. Green.
Lime. I just heard lime. This is 50 shades of lime.
Midori.
It's brown.
Midori.
This is brown is the new lime.
I meant to grab that one. Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one. Give me a break, mate.
That's all right, mate. But look, duo tide minnow is still a really good lure. Still catches heaps of fish. Been around for a season now, and it's probably the easiest big hard body to use. Catches fish, puts them in the boat. Good hooks. Straight out the box.
Love them.
Yeah. Dougie, you like the nodes, mate?
I like the nodes too. Like, don't get me wrong, I've caught many fish on those.
These are actually in a lime box.
Yeah.
Just so you... So that's the...
I'll get my eyes checked, mate. I'll get my eyes checked. Yeah.
But look, they work really good as well. Good hooks.
Yep.
You pay a little bit more. I think I say it nearly every week, but pay a little bit more, buy a decent lure. You don't have to change the hardware. It works out cheaper. And
they swim very, very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so look, plenty of flatties around crab. As Stu said, up the inside of the channels in between the two islands, and all those little channels that go all the way up to the top of Sovereign, in between that big bank.
Yeah.
And work that run-in tide. Once it gets up over the flats, so you find any little holes on top of the flats, get up in there and have a crack as well. Once you get in there, casting hard bodies around or casting plastics.
Yep.
Works very good too. Over on the edge of Estuary, around Browns Bay, all the way down to Courage is good as well. And good bank to troll as well on the edge of Estuary to give that a crack. So in the Seaway, look, there's been a few smaller dew around, the odd big one, but a few small ones.
Yeah.
There's been the odd king as well.
Yeah.
And the odd longtail.
Yeah.
And there'll be the odd snapper after that big swell we're going to get on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So after that big swell, be definitely worth having to go in the Seaway for
100%
as well.
Yep.
Taylor on the beach as well. We've got the big swell coming. So this weekend, Southerly, you get hit with the Southerly, so it's going to be hard. Look, it may be worth having a crack probably next Friday, Thursday, Friday, I think.
Yeah.
Will be the go again for Taylor on the beach, but just going to have big swell and strong winds early in the week, so it's going to be a bit hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Other than that, be very safe on the beach, please. Be careful.
Yep.
Let it run out on that. Those waves come right at the beach and pull back again. Stewie, other than that on the beach, Australia there's been plenty of tail around. It's just you're just going to be hard this weekend.
Swell.
Yeah, this is weekend of fishing in the Broadwater, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're land based, look probably on the foreshore. Labrador is really good. Any of the lakes is really good. The back blocks, sort of back of Q Centre, Rabina, down further Palmy, and even at the back of sort of Hansford Road, sort of heading up towards Coombe Lakes there, on the northern end of the Gold Coast. Give that a crack for flatties and whiting and brim as well. And the odd still got a banger of jack getting caught, and there's barra caught this weekend too.
Yeah.
See, Lockie got another one again. Not our Lockie, but another Lockie. He's a good fisherman actually. So yeah, a few of those sort of fish getting around. Yep. I checked the water temp. Taylor 2 weeks ago we were at this too. It was 14.
Yeah, it was very cold.
It was very cold. That's when the salmon were here, Australian salmon were here. And it was just a freak cold water come in, and I think I might push those tuna in too.
Yeah.
Now it's back up to about 19 in the estuary, 18, 19 most of the time. So it's back to flathead biting time again. Yeah. So which is a good thing. Yep, which is really good. Sorry, up the dams now. Bass love these little fellows here. Cast these little fellows around any of those weed edges and let them sink down and just slow work them, roll them, a real chubby little thing. Also work on the brim too, by the way. But that's the sort of thing they're getting the bass on in the dams at the moment as well. They're a new thing from Berkeley. They're honey ball. If you heard the honey balls everyone's talking about at the moment, that's what they are. Very, very, very good. Very, very different. Yeah, they're like a vibe, but they're pulled from the front. Quite different. No bib, just a little thing that swims along in that sort of fashion. But up the Hinds Dam, again, if it's windy weekend, Hinds Dam's worth a go as well.
Yep.
Up the back blocks, they're bigger bass in winter. Not as many, but by geez, they're big. So my biggest bass out of there is coming in August actually. So give it a crack. You might get a 50 centimetre one if you go well, if you're lucky. But they're definitely big, solid fish. And try both arms, west and east side. That's probably on the freshwater side. Everyone's getting ready for the barra in a couple of months' time, so we've been selling a few barra lures and outfits at the moment. Guys queuing up for Mondrian's going to go off, they reckon, as long as it doesn't go over. So we think big heavy rains in the next sort of 2 months will be right. And I dare say Wonga's going to be doing the same thing as well, and further north. Yeah. Okay, that's probably about it, I think, on that side of things. Now, Stewie, our Flathead comp's still on, so every $50 spend you do on Flatty gear, you get a ticket into the draw for a day out with 5 boats, 5 of us, and a little comp that we run in early October, mid-October, sorry. And then besides that, we've got our next seminar coming up. We haven't set the date yet, but it will be on flathead fishing with soft plastics is first, and then we're doing flathead. So that includes vibes and soft plastics. And then the next one, we do one after that, will be on hard bodies, so trolling and casting hard bodies. Yeah. With Top Gun winner, Stewie, on the helm. I'll just be handing out the lures and passing out things to people.
Nice try, Dougie.
Anyhow, all good, guys. Good luck out there. Be safe on this big swell this week. Be careful of whales, and enjoy your time out in the water. Yeah. And it's Dougie and the team here. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and our YouTube and Instagram pages, and tell your friends about it as well. They can learn lots. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.